Hey everybody, it's CJ Graham, Jason Voorhees. That's right, Friday the 13th, part 6. And you're listening to the Scene Snobs.com.
Welcome to the Scene Snobs Podcast.
That's right, everybody. Welcome to the Scene Snobs Podcast. And I am so happy to be able to tell you that we are 1 week, just 1 week away from one of the greatest events in the history of man. That's right. Carolina Fear Fest 2023 is almost here. I hope you guys have your tickets. If you don't have your tickets, you are missing out. Get them now. Get your weekend passes. I think VIP is sold out, so unfortunately, I don't know if you're going to be able to get there. Make sure to get your party passes. It's going to be so much fun. I have two lovely ladies. If you haven't seen them in all of our horror conversations before, then you're really missing out. I'm going to bring them in now, and that is Stephanie and Destiny, the ones who run this whole show and do horror conversations with me every month. Let's bring them on. Stephanie, Destiny, how are you?
Hi, guys. How are you?
Great. We are here with another episode, and we're talking the con. We have a lot to talk about because it's coming up very fast. I'm super excited. How are you guys doing with it?
I'm being fueled by coffee and my Uncrustables right now, pretty much.
Very fair. I can't even imagine how much pressure you guys have going on in the very last week. 7 days left as of, was it tomorrow? Ooh.
Yes.
Yesterday, technically.
Oh yeah,
Wednesdays are doing stuff day.
Yeah.
God, I can't even imagine. And we got fun time in store for you guys tonight. We're going to be talking about the con. We're going to be talking about the party specifically because it is the first time there's been an after party. And you have some great themes. You have great ideas planned for it. We're going to be talking about more of what's going on. I want to get into the gaming side that you guys are really expanded upon this year. A lot of events going on at the con this year. And we're going to get into all that and more. We have MasterShake here. He's going to make a horror themed drink for us. I'll bring him on in a little bit. But before we do, let's go to the party. Now, what is the title of this year's after party?
This is our Cadavers and Cocktails party. It's a very serial killer vibe and theme that we have going on. Lots of blood and fun and games. We've actually been talking to the venue a little bit in the last day or so about finalizing the food for the party, and the caterer, the event manager over there, is really
she's excited.
What we want to do has done a huge deep dive into Pinterest and Googling, and it has just a whole collection of photos of what they're going to do with the food to make it a little bit more on theme. So we're down to the buffet trying to make this thing a lot of horror fun. So it's gonna be a blast.
Very cool. Now, how much of it can we talk about versus how much should we keep secret for the ticket holders that are going to get in? How does this kind of work for everybody? I don't want anybody just showing up at the door, so I don't want to give away any locations or anything, but where can they get tickets? And what does it entail? I know a lot of people are really excited for it and have been talking about it.
There are links over to the ticketing page from our website, from Facebook. You can, from our social, get over to our Event Me ticketing page, and the ticket for the party is available on there. And for the general public, the admission price is $50, and the VIPs have a special that was messaged out and emailed out to them with a special pricing link for them. But we also opened it up to our vendors and our volunteers. So we actually we're going to have a blast. We're going to have quite a few people there. And of course, all of our celebrities will be invited. We just kind of wait for them to hit town to decide what exactly they want to do for the weekend. So I can't promise any of them will make it because it's completely optional. And, it's really a very long day for them, honestly. So they may decide they're done and they just want to go back to the hotel.
And sometimes jet lagged.
Yeah, for sure.
We're
Well-
certainly going to give it a shot. But at the event, you were asking, so we're gonna play some games. So we have the costume contest, which is completely optional. If you don't want to, dress up, you don't have to. But we did try to make the costume contest a little bit more, fun for your average party goer and not your sort of professional cosplayers or people that do this kind of stuff for a living. So honestly, the theme is come as you died, which means you can throw your work clothes on, that ridiculous tennis outfit from a little hobby that you started and failed at immediately, a few years ago during the pandemic, however you want. And then we want you to create your death story. So your good, 30-second elevator pitch about how you died. So we're going to actually give away prizes to not just the best costume, but the best death story as well, which gives some of our folks that chance to be creative, even if you don't have a lot of money to drop on a costume, or you're just not super creative with the makeup and all of the different components to that. You still got that chance to win a prize. And we dug into that a little bit, actually, after we spoke to you. So we have actually a couple of things that you don't even know about yet, mainly because I didn't write it up and put it up for you to read, because I have gotten behind. But
I could have just taken a picture of the page and put it in there myself, like I offered to.
But,
I like surprises. I'm okay.
We have lots of fun surprises, and then the way the judging is actually going to work is we're going to identify some of our staff folks to be judges, and they are going to walk around, chat with people, just sort of mingle a little bit. It's not a very formal thing with the costuming, and we're going to the judges are going to identify their favorites, and we will put those up, and this will be audience driven on the judging to who wins. So it's going to be, very interactive and a lot of fun.
I'm really looking forward to it. I think this is going to be a really fun party and a great addition to CFF altogether. Yeah,
I would really have great plans for expanding this every year. We've talked about a few good ideas we like for future years. And I think it'll be a little bit different each year because we don't like to just cookie cutter put out the exact same thing every single year. So we want to change things up where we can.
We get bored easily.
Yeah.
We originally had plans for like a completely different event, but when we found the venue and we realized how cool and industrial, and there's like different layers and levels and stories to it, and it's lots of like metal beams, and it's a very cool venue. So we kind of changed our plan up completely based on the venue and went with the more serial killer vibe theme. So we've got some cool decorations and stuff to add to that too.
Nice. I can't wait. I cannot, because you guys go all out. I mean, even last year, and anybody who was there last year, and I get a lot of messages about Stump the Scene Snob, which, yes, we will be back with it again this year. But the trophies that we had and the blood that was on them, you can thank these ladies. They decorate so beautifully. So every time you see Carolina Fear Fest and the beautiful decorations, it's thanks to you guys. So I can't wait to see what happens.
Professional blood painter.
Well, I know you're getting super into this year with the party because you're going to be our super cool host for the game on Saturday night. So we are playing Let's Make a Deal, but we're of course calling it Let's Make a Deal with the Devil. And we're kind of leaning on the purse game from the Let's Make a Deal in how that will pull our contestants up. And then we've got, play stupid games, win great prizes thing going on. We have lots of fun, stupid games that we're gonna do with this. But it's going to be really cool. So the purse game from Let's Make a Deal is basically, we're planning on getting rude, but let's just say, like, who's got a chapstick? The first person to come up here with a chapstick. And so anybody that's coming to this party really needs to have a purse or pockets or something just filled with crap that is fairly random and obscure. And, we're pulling our contestants in a more fun way than just drawing them out. Lots of great prizes that we'll be giving away. Most of them donated from our vendors. We've got quite a bit of merchandise and things that we're doing from CFF that we'll be putting into that. And then not all of the prizes that we have set aside for that game are actually going to go out during the game because there's, a lot of fun little factors that we're throwing into that. So we'll be actually still handing out door prize tickets to everybody. Whatever is left over when we're done playing our, official fun, we will just draw and everything goes because I don't want to carry it back out of there. So there is that for sure.
Plus, we have some secret bigger prizes, right? Ooh. I don't know how much of that you want to reveal.
I think we should.
Okay.
I think that'd be some good ticket selling right there.
So we decided that what we needed is a little bit of grand prize activity to drop in this mix. And so we will be setting aside a couple of 2024 VIP packages that will be used as prizes for our games that we'll be playing on Saturday night. So there will be the chance to actually earn your VIP ticket for next year.
Which I'm sure Mick is going to offer an ultimate fan experience to go with that.
I am going to. You have to earn it, winning the game, and then I have to chase you down with Christine. That's the only way you can. I'm just going to hunt you with the car while it's on fire. That's unfortunate for me, but whatever.
Right now, we don't have any plans to do the that kind of ticket giveaway. Anywhere else within the event. So anywhere else that we're doing prizes like cosplay, our trivia contest on Friday night, things like that, we don't right now have any plans to throw in this is the only place that we have got that discussed right now. And of course, there's always the last minute dig through the pile of things. When the vendors bring everything to us, we can sort and separate and decide what goes where. And at that point, if we need filler, we might decide to pull something else out, maybe a weekend pass or something with the trivia people. But right now, this is our thing that we have decided to do to add on to our fun on Saturday night.
I love that. I cannot I guys, get your tickets. That's awesome. That is amazing. And I don't know how you're not gonna go to this party, people. If you're listening to this later or you're watching this at a different point, get your tickets now. Going to the party is going to be so much fun. This is where we network. And after the years that we've had where we've kind of been separated, it's going to be great to get back out to the convention, but also to be able to blow off some steam at that night and go out, have a drink, watch the games, or be a part of them. Maybe win some fun prizes. Put some crap in your pockets because you never know what's going to be called. But it's gonna be a great time for sure. I'm really looking forward to this, especially as a host. I have a very fun character that in store for everybody, and I'm not gonna reveal that until a later date to be determined. It's coming though, so just keep an eye out for it. It's gonna be very obnoxious, so keep an eye out for that as well. But as we go on, and now with the party. Is there anything that anybody else should expect or know when they're going into it? Like you said, you're going out there. It's your first time. They may be first time con goers. They may be first time for CFF. It may be the first time ever going to an after party at all. Like, is there something that you're kind of expecting from the patrons that are coming in that they should act a certain way or do a certain thing, or I don't know, you tell me.
I mean, besides you're out in public, act like, decent human beings, decent, deadly beings, depending on your costume. But there's nothing very specific. If you've been to other conventions and done their VIP or their after party kind of thing, I wouldn't expect the same because we like to kind of take what people expect and then twist it a little bit on its head. We don't want to do the same thing. So, I mean, this is not going to a bar and singing karaoke with, a bunch of other drunks. It's other fun. with a bunch of other drinks. So, you know, that and Uber is your friend. We don't want to have to like take keys at the door. We are planning this content for that night to be a little bit leaning more heavily on the rated R. So that is why we're telling people it really is a 21 and up party. But I do have a few people, either volunteers or people that have contacted and asked, you know, like, can they bring their 19-year-old, that kind of thing. And, you know, yes, as long as you know the content that you're facing. But we are expecting probably either the bar will be doing it or we might be looping in Raleigh PD to work the door with us. So everybody of drinking age will be wristbanded before they come in so that we don't have issues at the bar with that.
Nice. All right. I really like it. You know, you're playing it safe. That's an important thing. Thank you for doing that. Now, so it starts at 8, you said that night, right?
Yes.
Okay, is there... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
So, well, technically we have it from 8 to 11, but given the fact that they're not renting out that venue to anyone else at 11 o'clock at night, we are not exactly going to be rushed out the door. So, I mean, I think that, you know, kind of our programming piece of it is expected to be, you know, just last for a little while, but I think it'll be fun and we'll be able to, you know, still hang out and mingle and have a good time and kill off the food and that kind of thing. Well, after the games are done. So
I'm very much looking forward to being a part of the game side of it. I know with the hosting and doing that. But it is going to be fun to go on with the party, meet a lot of the people who are going to be coming in. And the drinks will be flowing. And now I want to bring on MasterShake, who I know is anxiously awaiting. He's got a drink in store for us. It's called Satan's Sunset. I'm going to bring him on if that's right. I'm going to put him on the big screen. Let me fix this up a little bit so everybody can watch him make the drink. Shake, what's going on, man?
I'll be there too. And if anybody wants to try to go pint for pint,
I'm not doing that because I have to work the festival the next day. We're gonna make you the big man.
oh boy.
So you're making a drink for us tonight. Tell us a little bit about this drink. How'd you come up with it? What's in it?
So it was the end of season 1, and I wanted to have a drink that was summery, but at the same time different than what other people were doing. If you like tequila sunrises, you'll like this. It's just basically a spicy tequila sunrise, you know, and that's where I came up with the name for Satan's Sunset, right? It's like tequila sunrise, sunset, whatever. And it even has like a little bifurcated tail that comes out of the drink as like a garnish. So it looks really cool. As far as the ingredients go, you need fresh orange juice. I cheated today because I did not want to fresh squeeze it, so I just bought some organic stuff. It's not from concentrate or anything. You need tequila, of course. My go-to tequila, we've talked about it before on the show. Ingredients matter. I like to use Espolon. I chose it particularly because I love it, but also because it fits with the theme for you guys. You know, it's got these nice little skeletons on it, and very,
label's really cool.
Horrific, if you like.
Show us the Dan, can you show us the label on that?
Of course. I don't have the behind the bar camera. Sorry, Nick.
That's okay.
Oh, yeah. It's on a chicken. That's funny. Skeleton on a chicken.
So one big thing about
on a
tequila that I brought up before on
You
the
said it. I wasn't getting called straight again.
I brought before on the show. So they can't actually technically call it tequila unless it's 100% agave. Just a tip for you guys out there. So if you ever see like something that's not 100% agave, that is not tequila. It has to be 100% agave.
I never knew that.
I didn't until I went to Mexico. I did this whole class that they had.
I think they're lying.
Maybe so it's proprietary kind of in Mexico because it's almost like scotch from Mexico. They have all these rules about how you can make it in Mexico and how you can't.
They're pretty annoying about their avocados too.
For all the Gen Zers out there. 2 limes. 1 lime though is for not for juicing. I'll show you a trick in a second, but one of the things that I've started to do on the show, and I started to do because of a tip I found online, if you roll your limes before you decide that you want to juice them, and these are pre-rolled, both of them, but if you roll the limes, they're a lot juicier. I've complained before on the show about variable limes and lemons. If you roll your limes, people, You get more out of them than if you don't. All kinds of bar tools. I'm not going to go through all of them, but of course you need shaker, strainer. Actually, you need a mesh strainer for this one because we're using organic orange juice and you don't want any pulp in the drink. Makes the drink look like garbage. You need grenadine because it's the sunset. Rocks glass is what we're working with. I got a tall rocks glass today. I really like this one. It has a real heavy bottom to it. I got it out of a kit. But whatever rocks glass you're using works for you.
Can you break that up and make it a real horror drink and just have broken glass at the bottom?
Just broken glass in it.
Let's do it.
So unfortunately, cayenne peppers, which are essential to the drink, are out of season right now. And I did not know that. So a good substitute, and I've talked before on the show about it, is red jalapenos. It's a nice color to it. I've already pre-chopped them and everything, but you need half to muddle inside your shaker, and you need the other half to garnish the drink. Which I've already.
What kind of pepper is that?
It's a red jalapeno.
Is it a Carolina Reaper?
No. It's literally just a red jalapeno.
I feel like that's a missed opportunity.
No. Okay, in fairness, so this is the thing is like I've done stout like beer tails before with a Carolina Reaper and dark chocolate. You don't want to do it with liquor. You will not be able to drink. It'll be undrinkable. So that's it. And I know, Mick, I thought about it too. I was like, oh, that's a missed opportunity. But like in all seriousness, you don't want to use anything too spicy. That's why cayenne pepper is perfect. It's 800 on the Scoville units. It blends with the drink without overpowering it. And like that's so essential to the chemistry of the cocktail. Like you don't want anything overpowering.
It's just like Walter White over here. I love it. I respect it.
Margarita salt and cayenne pepper that's already like just in a canister. And I've actually taken the time to muddle it in like stone ground for this. Using what's it called? Like an apothecary tool. I can't remember what this is called.
Pestle.
Mortar and pestle. Yeah. Thank you. But I took it and I crushed it up so it's really fine. And it's going to look really good around the rim of the drink because it's that white and red color that's going to pop against the orange. So it makes the drink look really good. So let's get making the drink. Trick to putting a rim on any drink, lime juice. Take your pepper and salt, sprinkle it on the surface so that way you can roll. You want to roll, not so people. Roll's the wrong word. As you roll, dab it. So you'll see people in bars like roll hard. You don't want to do that. You want to dab and roll so that way you get a good coating around the outside part of the drink. This goes for margaritas or any other drink that you put a rim around. Okay. Do not roll it. You will not get as good of a return on it. The other thing, as an experienced bartender, when it comes to there's an actual tool for rimming. It's garbage.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, it's called. I'm not going to say it. This is a family-friendly show, Mick.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
So just cut your lime in half. And this is how it's real easy to put it around the edge of the glass.
I'm really curious about this.
Right here, and you get a nice coating of it, and it's so much better than using simple syrup or anything else. You'll get a better stick. And you dab and roll.
So you can rim it better with the better stick.
Yep.
Where?
I don't want to say it, Nick.
Would you say it's a better rim job?
It is. Look at that. Look at this. Look at the quality of the rim job on here.
I'm not sorry. I'm not going to say I'm sorry.
There's only one rim job I've ever had better.
I was real sassy when the whole conversation started anyway, so it fits. Ice-wise, I'm using a very large sphere today. It fits really well with the drink, but really any ice works with this drink.
I went to a murder mystery party not too long ago, and we had a totally amateur bartender, and none of us knew what we were doing either. So she tried to use an apple slice to do like a sugar rim around whatever drink. It did not work, of course, and she was spinning it in the little plate. Did not work. It was fine. We didn't need that part. The drink was good. She made it up, but it was good.
So ingredient wise, the first thing you actually want to do is muddle that half of your cayenne pepper, but I'm using that red jalapeno in the bottom. Now, normally you would put the liquor in first and then muddle, so that way it's blended, but you don't want that strong of a pepper flavor. You just want enough that you recognize it. So you give it a nice little mash in the bottom, and we're using that mesh strainer on top of our normal strainer to even take care of any of the pulp. So
I'm a little muddled on how this rim is going.
Now here comes Mick and a lot of people's favorite part. When you put
Are
your
you shaking
ice
it?
in,
Oh yeah, here we go. I'm gonna say it. I finally get to say it.
you get to say it. Mick. I'll let you say it, Mick.
Spank that ice.
You use one cracked cube. You want large cubes, one cracked cube, one uncracked cube. That way you perfuse some water into it, but all the cold. So you give it a good crack. Then you put your second cube in. That's all you need to shake your drink. Now our liquid. All credit to Katie for the spank that ice. You need 3 ounces of your orange juice. And like I said, I'm cheating. If you want to pre-squeeze your orange juice, go ahead. This organic stuff is not from concentrate, and it tastes the same. I'd put it side by side. A little lazy bartender stuff, but I used fresh limes, so I think we get to cheat a little bit on the orange juice.
I love it.
3 ounces of orange juice. You want a 3-2-1 mixture here. So that's 2, and that's 3. You want 2 ounces of tequila. So get your Espolon ready if you like it like I do. Just make sure it's silver tequila. You do not want anything that is reposado, which means relaxed. That means it's 6 to 9 months in a barrel, or añejo, which is 2 years in a barrel. You don't want añejo or reposado. You want a silver tequila because the barrel flavor will take over this drink. So you will not taste any spiciness in it at all if you put a reposado or añejo in it.
I had no idea what either of those words are.
Añejo means old and reposado just means relaxed. Then you need your 1 ounce of lime juice, which I've already have this. Get your pre-roll joke ready. Pre-rolled lime. It's half an ounce. And that's 1 ounce. That's the nice thing about limes. They're not as variable as lemons. Lemons are kind of garbage.
We hate a variable lemon.
Oh, variable lemon, man.
Band name, I call it.
Save the grenadine because that comes afterwards. Do not put the grenadine in with your liquid. It will look all red then. You don't want that. So at that point, you're ready to give it a nice shake. You want to shake it not like extremely hard, but enough that you get the cold in. So just feel the glass to get your temperature.
Do it.
I don't know why I was not expecting the noise of the shaking.
I was
like surprised by it.
I always try to get it near the camera because it's like ASMR. I love that sound. So 2 strains with this one, and that's where usually people that are watching make tight strain jokes. You want your normal strain for your shaker, but you also want a mesh strain to make sure you don't get any of the pulp from the pepper, whichever pepper you're using, nor any of the pulp from the orange juice. So double strain it into your glass. You get a nice clarified cocktail is what they call it. It's almost like clarified butter.
So Dan, let me ask you a question while you're making this. So this is your first time going to Carolina Fear Fest.
It is, and I'm psyched. I'm super pumped.
What's something that you're really mostly looking forward to getting out there and seeing? Is it a celebrity? Is it the atmosphere, the vibe? Just a
I know what it is.
So if I tell you something, you can't make fun of me. This is actually my first Horror Con period.
Yes.
I'm a lifelong horror fan, and I've just never, I don't know, like the only convention I've been to 2 conventions ever. One was Gen Con back when they had it in Indianapolis. And the other one was a really small convention here in Lansing, and they were okay and everything like that. But I mean, horror is my actual love, and so that's why I'm so excited.
We're excited too.
I'm most excited, honestly. Like this sounds like I'm not plugging this at all, but it's to meet up with some of the snobbies. Like we were talking about it in the Discord. Like actually earlier today, while I was buying some beer for the weekend, I was supposed to bring a beer that I dedicated to one of the Snob Nation people. and it's out of season. It's a Belgian quad. It's 16%. I was supposed to bring it for Ricard, and like it's just out of season. I couldn't find it anywhere. So, but
Dan, if we had a shirt made for you that said Horror Con-Virgin, would you wear it?
Oh boy,
of course I would wear that. Are you
I
kidding
made
me?
that today, by the way.
Okay, Des, you said you had a shirt for me, right?
Yes.
Will you take one of those shirts? And I know how
okay.
huge it is.
Okay.
I want that oversized shirt on this man. I want it to say Horror Con-Virgin or whatever variation you can make it work.
It
Maybe
actually
it would.
says, "I popped my con cherry at Carolina Fear Fest."
There it is.
Yeah.
There it
I
is.
love it.
There's a store right down the street that sells t-shirt blanks, and I could get you your size so that I can use Mick's shirt for him because we were
I
going to
popped
make you a
my-
custom.
There's
My
plans.
My Horror Con-Virgin
He knows.
pop cherry has been gone for so long.
No.
It's been in
Your
the back
size
seat of
shirt
a
for- a
Horror
shirt
Con
for you.
car.
Oh wait, no. Are you going to do the magic thing? The colors?
Oh, well, so the key part to this drink is to let the grenadine sink to the bottom.
Oh.
Yeah. And so the whole reason I use that big piece of spherical ice because you don't have to use your spoon to float it. You can just use the spherical ice. And so if you're real cautious about pouring it down, and usually this is where you get the behind the bar cam. But if you're real cautious about how you pour it down, you can get like these little drips that come down, and it actually looks really cool.
Nice.
And then your garnish is your Satan tail. Comes off on the edge, and it's the other half of whatever pepper you're using. Like I said, I'm using that red jalapeno.
And you're going to make these for us when you come to the convention,
I
right?
will make these for whoever wants. Yes. This is the
Spicy oranges. Yes.
This is the Satan Sunset. And your first flavor profiles really depend on what kind of rim you're using. But it should be a little bit salty and a little bit smoky and a little bit sweet all at once. Slanja.
Oh, that looks so good, man.
Oh, and that's perfect. And so, like, the grenadine sweetness is just enough in there. And then you have the cayenne pepper with the like, spicy, smoky. And then that muddled jalapeno in there does just enough that you can taste it with the orange juice. This is a complex, well-crafted cocktail kind of thing that I like to make on my show. Cheers.
I'm sorry,
Can't wait to be there
on
next
the other side of the camera, the rim job looks like actual sand, so it's very much like rimming on the beach. It's like not on the beach,
Satan
but
on the beach?
Yeah,
So in person,
it looks like sand on the camera.
in person, it's redder than brown, but I know what you mean. So even that would look totally on theme.
To tie it all together, it looks like you got your lips on the outer banks of that glass. And for
including
somebody
the
from
like,
Michigan, I don't know if you know what the Outer Banks are, but it's a beach in North Carolina. So
It's not a
Okay,
beach.
we're-
It's like the whole side of the state and a bunch of little,
That's
like a bunch
fair.
of beaches and towns and stuff.
listen,
Yeah.
I'm from Virginia. I'm just saying, I know there's a beach there.
actually I don't know a lot about North Carolina. I've been there a couple
Oh
times.
no!
look at
Wait,
me.
I went the wrong way with it. I'm gonna put the ladies up top. No,
Yeah,
that's
they're
not
better
how it
looking than
works.
we are anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down here.
Okay,
Um,
that drink looks delicious. I really, really want to try one.
Absolutely. Like, and it's super easy if you get the stuff for Tequila Sunrise. All you really need is, because the design stuff, I mean, that's just design. All you really need is like cayenne pepper and salt, and you can do it. You can substitute the cayenne pepper that I chopped up and muddled with just a little bit of cayenne pepper and salt inside the drink. You're good. Salt is a flavor enhancer. So my suggestion is next time you're making your favorite cocktail, take a little bit of saline, and all you need to do is 50% salt, 50% water. Put an ounce of that in your favorite drink, and it's going to taste better.
Yeah.
Salt, the flavor enhancer.
And Dan sent me the recipe for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it down after the show in the description. Whether you're watching or listening to this anywhere, you can go in and see the recipe in the description. And you can
All credit to Espelon for having the best tequila.
Nice. And you're going to be able to go and check out his show over on his YouTube channel. It is MasterShake's moderately entertaining mixology minutes. He makes some great
Moderately entertaining on the heavy.
all horror themed drinks. They're so much fun. You do love your horror. I didn't know this was your first horror con, dude. I'm so excited.
No,
Yay.
it like I don't know. It never really like happened, I guess. And so I'm pretty excited.
I'm so excited. This is so much fun. We were just talking about one of the celebrities that's going to be there who I want to stay away from me forever is Troy James, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a contortionist who I want to stay away from me forever.
He's afraid of contortionists.
I
Fun
don't.
fact.
I can talk to him when he's not contorted,
Contorting.
but like when he's normal human mode and not transformer, I can talk to him. I can't do.
Somebody asked if they have to be 21 to go to the party.
Oh yes, Jackson Mustian. If I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. I do like the Boba Fett icon. So, do you have to be 21 to be able to go to the party? We did kind of answer this earlier. It depends on what age you are. If you're like 18, 19, 20, this is going to be a very rated R superstar type of party. So you may not like everything you see or hear. It's at your discretion. It's more for 21 and above. But if you do come at that age, you're not going to drink. And you may not have some
If you're
fun.
not 21, you'd be a whole lot cooler if you were.
But
That
you'd
is
still be
not-
able to play the games and hang out and listen to
Yeah.
music and eat the appetizers and all that good stuff. So
Yes.
I still want somebody to try to go pint for me. My wife said it's a trap, but
I got work to do that night. I have, I have to host a show.
So the talking about the tickets for the party, at some point we'll probably take those down from the website. We're just going to have to kind of play it by ear right now, because we're going to at some point when they insist on a final count from me on a head count, I have to do a little guessing because our celebrities have not really answered us for sure. I don't know exactly how many people are going, so I'm going to end up kind of ramping that number up over the tickets that we've sold. So we may have tickets available up until party day, but honestly, if we have to, we may have to cut them off. So it kind of depends on what happens. If there's a little bit of a run on them, we may actually just kind of shut that down. So if you are thinking about going, I would get them sooner rather than later, just to make sure that you can actually get in.
Yeah, you
because
gotta
the
wait.
space is
I'm so
really
excited.
limited in that venue.
Yeah.
I already have
And
my costume too. Like Mick's seen the pictures of it. Like it's pretty dope. I went as it a few years ago.
it's going to be insane. I don't know if you're going to want to wear that if you're going to be making drinks, dude.
Of course I do. So the year I wore that, Mick, my wife and I won the competition, and we totally did the entire, like we dominate the dance floor anyway. We just take over the dance floor.
I believe it.
There was videos on YouTube and everything of us dancing in our costumes. So here I am in a full pinhead costume doing the entire dance for Thriller. And people were just like kind of ringing around us and taking, they get their phones out and stuff. Well, we won. You helped. Like,
Oh, Mrs. Shake, thanks for joining in. You should be coming.
and
You got to pop the Horror Con cherry as yourself.
She's gonna be at the lake house, like
Not blame her.
sun tanning with the dog. So
No, I'd rather be at CFF. I want a shirt. That's what one of my shirts has to say. I'd rather.
I'd rather be at a Horror Con.
No, I'd rather be at CFF. You got to understand. You got to understand, and I'm going to talk candidly. So anybody who doesn't know CFF, like I've gone to a lot of conventions over the years, and I'm not blowing smoke because I work for the CFF. This is an awesome convention. It's unlike a lot of them, and I'm not putting any down because there's so many really great ones out there that I still love going to constantly. But you guys do such a great job. The venue is so much fun. It's very open. It's an easy pattern to kind of maneuver around. You have fun celebrities that are really into it. Every year that I've been there, they've just been really into it and very engaging. And they don't even know who the hell I am. So to be engaging, I see them with the fans and, so I'm not saying me, I'm just saying in general, they're engaging with everybody. It's just a great time. And like, it's always been just a fun experience. I can't say that at everything. Sometimes it's just like, go see what's there and go home sort of deal. every time I've been at CFF, I've gained a lot of friends who I still talk to throughout the year. Dan can attest, like we're going to meet people that I've met at CFF last year and the year before. And he's never been to it, and he has friends he's going to meet. So like, that's a great community to be a part of. So I love
the horror community in general is always the horror and the haunt community, always, very inclusive and tend to embrace their own pretty widely and quickly. And it is very nice to see. It really is. You see it on the different different Facebook groups and things like that within the community. People, they may have a favorite con, but they really are very open and seem to chat and get to know each other very well, very quickly.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun.
Oh, absolutely. And Mrs. Shake, absolutely, you should be here next year. My wife's coming this year. She already asked about you.
Yay!
So,
I can't wait to meet her.
Mary's coming. I'm pumped.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
I need help. I can't carry everything. She has to do it. We're all one giant family of horror. Chris, yes, absolutely. Chris is a big supporter of the Scene Snobs. Met him myself at Carolina Fear Fest last year. He won he won a Stump the Scene Snobs trophy. Because I'm clearly not very good at horror trivia.
I think Miranda should just ask you Golden Girls trivia. That's what I think.
No, I'm even worse at Golden Girls trivia. I know Quentin Tarantino was in one episode. It's like as far as my trivia goes.
You know more than me. I didn't know that.
And he played
George Clooney plays a cop in an episode.
All right, I'm out. I'm out on the Golden Girls. That was it. That's as far as it goes for me. All right, as we go in, we have a lot of celebrities that are going to be there, celebrity guests. Dan, as somebody who's going, who wants to partake in it, who is somebody that you're very much looking forward to meeting, maybe getting an autograph?
I don't want to say the name, Mick.
Say it.
No, I can't. So hard. So I have to admit this at 100%. Like, there are very few people that I get, like, I don't know. I like that I get intimidated by as far as celebrities or anything like that. I've interacted with people. Like, I served Tom Cruise a beer one time, and I was just like, I just get too geeked out. And so on I don't know if you guys remember on one special, it was when Mick actually introduced that you guys were going to host this specific, very prolific woman. Okay.
You really did freak out. It was funny.
I did. I didn't want to, like, I don't know. I geeked out. Like, I don't know. Mick, like the biggest thing, honest. Okay. Aside from that though, Mick, like,
stop stalling. Say it.
I don't. It's embarrassing, dude.
It's why all of our guests are great.
Like he's so coy. I love it.
Well, no. Okay. Well,
aww.
I actually am most looking forward to, like, aside from, I don't know. It's like she's on the Mount Rushmore. Like, although I kind of wish Felissa Rose was going to randomly show up. Why am I being shy? Like, I did. Look at me. I'm like flushing. You guys probably can't see it, but I am. You know what? Actually, you know what I'm going to say is the person I'm probably most looking forward to seeing is the car.
Bullshit.
Like, I want to see the cars. Like I'm a car guy. Come on.
Can I say it?
And which celebrity do you want sitting in Christine when you have your Christine?
I've actually worked on it. Mick, go ahead, man. Like, I don't want, like,
and there's nothing wrong with it. It makes sense. Barbara Crampton.
I knew that was what you were gonna say. I knew it.
She's amazing. She's a horror icon.
She's amazing, and everything that she's done in her career, like, I don't know. I'm very intimidated by how prolific her career is.
I think it's built up in your head. You've never been to a convention before.
I mean, I've met famous people. I don't know. But
it's different though when you go to a convention and you're surrounded by other horror fans. You've never done that.
Is it showing up how red I turned? I got
so,
you're Irish though.
blame it on the jalapeno. It's fine. So for the people with the weekend or VIP passes that'll be able to come out Friday night, we have our main stage panel for Friday night is actually Dee Wallace and Barbara Crampton, our first ladies of horror. So they'll be doing their
Q&A.
panel Q&A will be on the main stage Friday night. And so everybody will actually in the audience too get the opportunity to ask questions with the mic and everything from the audience. So and Mick is hosting that panel. So you'll be in the audience, and I'm sure that our
I have my VIP
moderator here
ticket.
will definitely call on you and let you ask a question.
I will not
Nope.
ask.
I will not at all because I do not play favorites.
No. But I didn't like I can't. I didn't like I'll just stumble.
He would stutter for 10 minutes.
Oh yeah. I didn't like embarrassingly enough. I just know enough about myself. Like, no. I didn't
Just write down your questions and I'll ask.
I'll just be well, that isn't that part of like the benefit of being like scene snobs, right? I can just have it be like, hey Mick. Like, you know what it would be like though? I said this on the show before. It would be just like that Chris Farley skit. It's like, hey, remember that time? Remember the time you're in Castle Freak?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Oh.
That was cool.
that is the point of the burning questions,
Right.
opportunity for people to submit questions to Mick in advance, because he'll have opportunities to try and get those questions answered during the Q&As or in other interviews. So for people like yourself that don't think they can muster it up to ask in person,
No way, man. I'd be like starstruck. I just know myself. Like I just know that about myself. Like I'm pretty real about it. Like it's so weird because like the only two people that have ever really made me starstruck in person anyway, Pauly Shore, which is so random, like Pauly Shore, and a football player. That's it. And so
just any random football player.
No,
a specific one.
Player.
I didn't like. So the Lions had a running back in the net. Barry Sanders. You guys know him.
Yeah, I think we know the best running back of
well,
all
Mick,
time,
I don't want to do the sport thing. Like, oh, this is a horror convention. I'm gonna talk about sports right now. So I was just like, but those are the only two that ever made me like starstruck, and like, I know for a fact that if that would happen. I'm just like, you know what? Other people are gonna be better suited. I'll just sit back and enjoy like the Q&A session and finding out information. It would the same thing would have happened if I had asked a question about Kevin Smith when I went to see. He spoke about Clerks 3 at a Grand Rapids event. And if I had to ask a question with Kevin Smith, I'd probably been like, hey, you remember that time you made Clerks? Like, I didn't like.
I've met him like 7 times.
Yeah.
He's just always at whatever convention I go to. And I was actually a vendor at one.
Ask Kevin Smith a question.
I just happened to meet him.
Unless you have 40 to 4 days, 40 minutes to 4 days.
He was pretty long-winded, answering every question.
Do not ask that man a question, whether he's on stage or in front of you.
So, burning questions is going to be a little thing on social media that we're going to do next week. So if you guys have any questions that you want Mick to ask in a variety of panels and interviews and Q&As that he's going to be doing over the weekend, you can just tag him. Hashtag CFF burning questions. I don't know. We'll come up with something.
No, Mick wasn't in Castle Freak.
What?
What?
Oh,
no. Oh, it's the. Hold on one second with that.
Yeah.
I do want to get to this. I'm going to make you bigger for this, Destiny, because I want you.
No, that was it. Burning questions.
Yeah. No, burning questions. It sounds awesome.
I have questions about it though, Destiny.
You have
and
questions?
You look so
We didn't
lovely.
really-
Look at you. You got your hair bright and you're all done up. So answer
We actually had time to get our hair done this year. That's
you do.
amazing.
You both look great.
Steph, your hair looks great, by the way. I noticed.
Yeah, I love how you guys did it. Me, I just shaved because I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing this.
I'm kind of the one
The
that
top
made
half,
Mick
not the
sad.
bottom half, right?
So, Dest, with the burning questions, so we're gonna now. I want to put it out there. Yes, whatever hashtag we come up with, so look out for it on Carolina Fear Fest, and we'll be tagged in there. And I will try and get it with the hashtag. But if you really want to make sure, you can also message me over on the Scene Snobs social media as well, and I will list everything down. Tell me what celebrity and what question you want to ask. Can I ask you guys a question? If I'm not doing the panel and they have a question that they want to see done, would it be okay if I was like to take my cell phone, go over to the celebrity, say, hey, listen, I'm going to do a short video. This is burning questions. And then I can send you the video to put up on your social media for Carolina? Little
That's a tough
questions.
question. I mean,
Okay, cool.
we can.
I've told the other panel moderators too that they should expect you to potentially pass over
And I will.
Post-it
I'll hand
notes or
everything.
something.
questions for those that they want answered. But we've done everything we can to make sure that the celebrities actually know who you are. And I think we actually talked about the badge as well.
Badge, yeah.
So it's it should be good that they know who they're interacting with. So if you do kind of catch up to them and say, I've got a couple of questions, we got to hit you up for it. People have asked over social this last week. I'm sure that would be, they'd all be good with it.
Sounds good. All right. So guys, get your burning questions in. You can start messaging me now, but make sure to look out for the hashtag as well. And let's do that. So that way they're there.
Why don't we just decide now that it's hashtag burning questions CFF, or even just the year Carolina Fear Fest 2023, and tagging you so that you can ask the question.
Or hashtag CFF Q&A.
That works. Yeah, that's short and sweet. We like that. All right.
So,
I'll make graphics and we'll go out next week.
Perfect. All right. And then you guys do that. Use the hashtag and maybe use the hashtag the Scene Snobs. So that way I see it too. And, just in case that we don't miss it on any front, or message me if you really don't want to make sure that your questions are asked. And then that way I will list it out, give it to the proper panelist, and I will follow up on it.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have one more thing that has very
right
come up.
I'm going to make you big now for this one.
We were going to put it on social, and instead we discussed it and said we would put it out on your show first. So there is a timeline attached to this. We'll end up putting it on social very quickly, but through some very unfortunate set of circumstances for a couple of our attendees, they are not going to be able to attend. So our VIP packages are currently no longer sold out, and there are two available right now. And they are open and on our ticketing site. So somebody can purchase those at any minute. And at some point, if they're still open, we'll go ahead and get that onto our main social accounts and get it put out there. But it's a bit of a race. There's only 2, and they are out there and available right now. So if you missed your shot because they sold out so early, now is your window. And I will say, if anybody already has, say, a weekend pass or a single day and wants the VIP, get in there, buy those last 2 tickets, send me that message, and I'll take care of going ahead and canceling your other tickets.
Basically an upgrade. Yeah.
Somebody else to give those to, but just purchase the VIP so that they don't disappear on you. And then we'll take care of the other overflow tickets later.
It's get them. That's awesome. Get the VIPs. Do it. Go for the weekend if you can. It's worth it. You're going to have a lot of stuff, because I will tell you this, and, just kind of some of the highlights, especially being a VIP. Friday night is always fun. You guys started doing that last year, and it was a ball. That was such a great time being able to kind of network, and it was really quaint to have the weekend pass holders and the VIPs there, the VIP meet and greet with the celebrities. We're going to have a lot of fun events going on. Like I said, the Q&A, the trivia, the Dead City Collective is going to be performing. We'll be doing the Scene Snobs is going to have a live show that night. In one of the panel rooms, so make sure you come check it all out. It's going to be such a great time. Plus Saturday morning, you get to come in early, do vendor events. We're going to do another live show, maybe another Q&A. So guys, get those VIP tickets. There's 2 left. Might as well, for sure.
And there's cookies in the VIP bags, and you get dinner on Friday night.
Ooh, and where are those cookies from? Delicious cookies from
Fright Bites Spooky Confectionery. That's my new favorite place.
Fright Bites.
Oh goodness.
I cannot in good conscience call them my favorite cookie company, because my wife owns a cookie company, Kimball's Cookies, and I have to give her a plug. She would tell me not to, but I do. Fright Bites. I ate their
Mary
cookies.
makes great cookies. I did dead serious. Like it,
But
every
she would
time I've
tell me
ordered
to shut up and tell Fright Bites is because she ate them too, and she loved them. She was like, they're great, and they do a great job decorating.
So they're not coming on board as a sponsor with us, but there is a great place called Chocolate Treasures out of Ohio. And I ran into them at some of the horror industry conventions, and they do some really amazing things. So I got in contact with them, and my FedEx package is on its way. And we have a lot of things that we're pulling in to fill in with our celebrity little welcome baskets that we do for them, and some of our giveaway prizes for Saturday night, among other things. We have, for example, she showed me a picture, and I swear to you, this chocolate was like she had to palm it like this. And they've got bloody handprints and coffin ones that she's got, and they're filled with peanut butter, and they're like a half a pound.
Wow.
And so like we've really got some really cute and fun things, but she legit does like femurs, and she hand paints most of this chocolate with edible, food grade paints. So she actually makes bones and skulls and things that
other random body parts
just look real. And
now is it mix hand? Because I think if it were mix hand,
no, not mixed hand, normal hand.
Listen, cell phones fit in this. Yeah, it works.
Wait, I want to try that now.
iPad.
Yeah, it's like an iPad.
I can do it.
Like
man.
I can, but it's like the very
fingertips.
It's like the very oh my gosh, Mick.
Yeah,
I think my phone's bigger than your phone's is our.
Okay, what do you want me to grab next?
Like, let me palm this like small child. Like it's just nearby, you can just like.
I've done that. I have 2 kids. I got to pick them up somehow and stop them from fighting. Guys, I can't tell you enough. We appreciate you always watching Horror Conversations. This is our way to kind of reach out every month and kind of give you the highlights of what's going on. And the fun part about it is we're going to continue this every month all year round to kind of keep you highlighted on what's going to be happening with Carolina Fear Fest going into 2024 and so on and so forth. But we have another episode coming out next week. Next Thursday, we will be live, and that is going to jump right in. The ladies will not be there next week.
I was like, no, I'm not.
No. The ladies have way too much going on. I will be doing it. I will maybe in costume. And Dan may be joining me if he's there for it. And we're going to have a really good time with it. So join in. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can check me out on the Scene Snobs Podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, like, follow. If you're watching over on the Carolina Fear Fest YouTube, make sure to subscribe there, like, follow, the whole 9. If you're watching on any of our social media, make sure to like it and such. We have a great time doing this. So we really appreciate you guys, and show some support, comment along with us, and let us know who you are. Be a part of the community, because that's
Chris
what it's all
wants a
about.
spoiler. Can you ladies give Chris one spoiler before we go?
Spoilers for 24?
Yeah.
I don't think there are any.
That's June's problem, dude. I got to get through this next week.
Yeah, sorry, Chris. I can attest. This is year 3 of me being here.
We've each year as we've grown, this has kind of gone from Destiny Night, like scrambling, and more, very good people kind of get pulled into our sphere here with everything that we're doing, and it's
layer of help,
making it, like she said, we had time to do this, and I'm actually sleeping.
We got our hair done.
So we are further ahead for this year than we have been in past years. Like, I am not in this frantic mess like normal. So my spoiler for 2024 is I feel like we're going to get able to hit the ground a lot earlier. So we'll have better planning. We'll have things better fleshed out. We'll be able to talk to them about those things in greater detail, and just kind of get ahead of that planning instead of feeling like we're rushing to catch up. I have a short list of celebrities that I want to go after for 24, my starter list, but
that's a violent way to say it.
Really spoil that because I don't have them yet. So, but we did bigger and better and more things. That's all I can say. So, definitely keep an eye on the social, because I'm sure at some point right after the event, we'll throw out a few who do you want to seize.
Kincaid. Kincaid from Nightmare 3, Kincaid.
That was
Joba.
my first year. That was
Oh,
20.
Joba. That's greedy, Mick. You get like that's greedy, man. You can't like throw that one out there. Come on.
I'm just saying.
I
We
went
have a wish
like
list.
mid. I went mid. Like I love Kincaid from Warriors 3, right? Like Joe Bob. That's like okay. Let's hit the Hail Mary right now.
I want you to get Matthew Lillard there, and I'm going to go up to him and I'm going to be like, "Why aren't you returning my calls, man?" Because I used to be friends with him, and I haven't heard from him in years. And Casey used to mess with me all the time. That's your best friend, dude. And I'm like, I shut up. So that would just be funny to run into him at a convention. But I do want to make an announcement because I have had this question, and I have talked to you ladies about it as well. Now I know there's a world premiere for Go Away, and there's a very special early screening that's going to happen at Carolina Fear Fest. I know some of you are fans of Dave Kerr's work. Some of you have been putting in for his new film, Return of Slasher Nurse. So if you guys are going to be at the convention, they will be showing Go Away as an early screening. So make sure you go check that out. So that's all I was going to say.
I think we have that one. We've also got some local ties to a studio that will be doing a advance of the first premiere of their trailer for their movie that's coming out, and that'll be happening actually right before Go Away screens, so also on Saturday afternoon. And Star and Dean Jones are friends from Atlantic Pacific Studios and the original Hollywood horror show, The Haunted Attraction, here in North Carolina. They have a new movie coming out, and they want to be they'll be screening that right after Go Away. That's called The Black Archives. And it actually has a really, really amazing cast, a good cast of people in there. I know Tom Sizemore is one of them, and Daniel Roebuck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, okay, nice.
And
We met him when we went there, right?
Yeah. And I'll be honest, I'm a little bit fried on all the details. Either Kevin Sorbo's in this one, or he's working with them on their next film. But they're actually playing in some great games, and so yes.
Okay, wait, I'm sorry. I just have to explain to our one counterpart who does not want to know what an MTV VJ is. Kevin Sorbo played Hercules. He was a character in a 90s television show on WPIX in the Hi, Destiny.
Okay. I'm not going to say anything.
I love you. I'm just kidding. That was I didn't mean that. That was undermining. You're lovely.
It's so easy to intimidate.
TV decade, Kevin Sorbo is like,
Uh-huh.
Listen, yeah.
Sure.
He was my Hercules. That's all I'm going to say. Okay.
I'm trying to remember a TV show with Hercules.
You don't remember? Do you remember Xena, Warrior Princess?
Yeah.
was
Oh,
Hercules
okay.
and then
I thought
Xena.
you meant animated TV show, like
Oh,
Disney
no,
animated
no.
TV show. Okay, now I got you.
No. It was two TV shows. Bruce Campbell was on them. He played a thief.
Yeah.
I remember that.
That would be a great guest. I'm just saying.
And wasn't it Sam Raimi's brother that played Kevin Sorbo's buddy?
Yeah, Sam Raimi was and Bruce Campbell produced those shows.
Did they? I didn't know.
And Rob Tapert, all the guys from Evil Dead movies produced those.
That's how they did it so cheaply, probably.
Listen, you shut your mouth.
I was never a big fan. I gotta admit, Nick, I was never a big fan. I know Kevin Sorbo, but
And that was Dan. We really appreciate him being part.
I just got
was
micked.
so confused.
I just got micked.
You just got mixed. That's how it happens. That's how it occurs.
Oh boy.
I want to say thank you guys for coming on the show and doing this with me. Horror Conversations has been a lot of fun. I can't believe we're a week away. It's so crazy. I'm so excited. I look forward to this every year.
At this point next week, I'll already be there.
Yeah.
It's the one of the unfortunate little steps in the event planning that when you pick up your phone and you realize that your weather app shows the first day of the event, and that's when you have a small panic attack, go outside and smoke and calm down and have another cup of coffee and get back to it again. But that's like that moment of panic of crap, we're within range. Now it's within that 10-day window for the weather people.
The milk that I bought the other day expires in June. And I was like, oh my God, there's a June this year.
There's a June. It happened.
My brain has been BC and after C, before con and after con. Like nothing exists past that point until it's over.
I think my favorite thing is how starstruck Dan gets, because if we all remember last year when Tom Savini walked outside for a cigarette, and well, I don't think he was smoking, but I think he was with somebody that was smoking, and Casey got starstruck. He goes, "That's Tom Savini," and I was like, "What? You don't think I'll talk to him? I'll go talk to him." And then of course I charged right over and just started a conversation with him, and I'm going to do that to Dan.
Oh, don't make you can't do that.
Was that occurrence right around the time you tasted like McBerries or tasted McBerries or whatever that joke was?
Yeah, the McBerries were strong that night.
Thought so. Yep. Thought
so. With that being said, before I turn violet tonight, I want to say thank you guys so much for jumping on tonight. Dan, thank you for making the drink. Thank you for.
And I will make it for anybody that wants it at Carolina Fear Fest. Like
I do. I'm not going to make it myself.
I will make whatever you guys, and honestly, like if you guys supply it, I will make whatever drink you want. I am a very well seasoned bartender,
personal bartender.
No longer, but I do know. I was supposed to I wanted to go toe to toe with Casey, but so
you know how they always had those servers with the little trays around them. And I think they were like cigarette girls or whatever they would call them.
Girls.
That, but like a personal bartender.
Sure. Yeah, I would love that. I love making drinks. It's a passion of mine. I love finding ways to make drinks different than what people are used to. And the best part is tailoring them to fit your lifestyle. So
nice. All right. I love it. Well, I'm going to let you ladies go because I'm sure you have a ton of work to do in 7 days. And I know I have a lot of work to do for this in 7 days. I can't even imagine how much work you guys have to do. So I'm going to sign off. I'm going to let you guys go. Dan, I'm going to put you in the green room. I'm going to do the sign off. But until next week, I can't wait to see you guys at CFF. Thank you again for joining me tonight. And do you guys have anything you want to add before we go? Yes.
There's free parking at the party in downtown Raleigh.
Yes.
We never mentioned that there was free parking in the parking garage right there, and it's super convenient to get to. That's all.
Love it. I love it so much.
And we might not be able to join you next Thursday, but you know how to get a hold of us. So if there are any people got to know before they get in the car and start heading that direction, obviously get those questions to us. We'll do everything we can for you.
Absolutely. And of course, as always, I always appreciate you for having me on to do this and be a part of CFF. It's truly a special, and I mean this, it is a special con. I absolutely love it. And thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. I was the wrong person. I was supposed to be on. I swear to God, they haven't kicked in yet. Leave me alone. So here's the deal, guys. CFF is very special to me. I love it. It's such a great convention. When we got invited out there to do it the first year, Stephanie and Destiny and everyone involved, from the people who work there to the volunteers and celebrities, vendors, everybody, were truly inviting, fantastic, wonderful human beings that I absolutely adored being around and being a part of. I think, and every year since then, we've been a part of this community that's just kind of built out, and it's just been so much fun. And everyone is so different and just inviting and great. So we would love for you to be a part of it. And my invitation to you is, if this is your first time going to a convention, or you've been to it before, or you've been to others, and this is your first time at CFF, or whatever it is, make sure that you come out. But if you're feeling a little intimidated, find the Scene Snobs table. Come out, hang out with the Snob Nation. If I can't, because I'm working, running around, I will find some people from the Snob Nation, team you guys up. We'll send you out, or I'll send you on a direction where we're at. But make sure you can always come back, hang out, talk to us. It's always a fun time. All right. We want you to have fun. We want you to feel comfortable. We want you to be a part of it. That's what this is all about. So I want to say thank you. If you guys would be so inclined, please give us a like, give us a follow, check us out. This is the Scene Snobs. I absolutely love it. This is what I do. It's my passion. So check out more from the Scene Snobs podcast. If you guys have any questions for me, anything like that, you want to be a part of it, Check out the Snob Nation over on Discord. You can check out our Patreon, anything else. Go check out the description. That's where we have all our information and more. Follow us, the whole 9 yards. Until next time, I am Mick Manhattan, and I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Stay safe, stay cool, and take care.